I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is recorded today. Also pay respects to the elders past and present, and extend that respect to any other Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who may be listening today. This is Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast designed to give an insightful look into the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Welcome back, Melanation. I'm Ri'chard.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Drew.
And this is Melanated in Melbourne.
Don't sing. I follow directions.
You sure did. I'm so proud. Anyway, before we hop into the nitty gritty of things, we obviously have a very special guest who shouldn't be here. What are you doing here,
Hit the yellow
Drew?
button, please. Yellow button. Drew's back!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the crowd loves you.
They do.
Yeah, I am back, surprisingly. I actually did not expect to be here myself.
Yeah, no one did. We gave you a full farewell episode, like, off to go be Emily and Perry.
Actually, it's Drew in Lyon.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
But-
watch out, Emily.
But she's in Melbourne, so what's the truth?
The truth is that it's cold in Europe right now, and
Real.
I couldn't deal with it.
Real.
Fair.
Seasonal depression, B.
No, not even like sad.
Oh.
Like straight up, it's cold. I woke up
fair.
the other day and it was like 4 degrees, and I'm like, it's cold, so I'm leaving.
So, question: did you not grow up in New York and Chicago?
Okay, so
I'll let you.
so.
Holding imaginary mic, even though you haven't. in front of you.
Yes, I did. However, growing up, that was a place I had to live. I was told to live there. Now, as an adult, I choose to go to the places that I go to, and I choose
Real.
not to be cold.
So, are you going to be one of those people that chases the summer like Jennifer Lovelace? Because
Love her.
I mean, maybe chase the sun, 6 months here, 3 months
Snowbird.
there, 3 months another place.
Mm.
Like, yeah, why not? I see that for myself and my partner and my lifestyle.
Love it.
I see that for you as well. But partner? No, you know what? Let me just. No, I'm gonna ask. What do you mean, partner, Drew?
We can't get there yet. But so I'm gonna tell you guys a little story.
Oh, can't
Ooh.
wait.
I had some American entitlement going on, and I thought I could just rock up to France, go to the school, apply for the visa, and like it's super simple, right? Not the case.
Oh, boy.
Well, yeah. Like what? My brain doesn't connect. So, what American thought
Okay.
did you have? Because in America, I've never been able to walk up to any school and be like, "Hey, I go here now."
No. When I got my visa for Australia, I applied and got it within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Australia.
So yeah, it was for my working holiday, and I'm like, oh,
Working holiday is not the same as a student visa, love. Working holiday, they love America. They give that instantly. Student visas, you gotta
well,
wait.
no, my student visa for Australia was done pretty easy as well. Well, yeah, all of the parts that I needed for it, and then I applied for it digitally.
Were you in Australia?
I don't think
Yeah.
I was.
But I get it, because
Yeah.
we didn't necessarily grow up needing visas and stuff. So
To
it's
go
not like
anywhere, yeah.
something, it's not something that we think about actively. But
The rest of the world does.
But the Australian visa approval process can be pretty quick sometimes with some things.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're just like, oh, Europe must be super
simple.
It's all the same.
Unfortunately,
Right, yeah.
White people with an accent.
And they're like, actually, the amount of brown shit that happens in France. it
Wait,
would
the amount
blow.
of brown? What?
Now, what amount of brown shit? Can you specify? Like, you talking about brown people or like brown shit as in doo-doo? That pause is worrisome.
It's such a loaded answer because of where I live in Lyon and the dog shit that's everywhere.
Oh, my.
Oh, you mean literal brown shit?
That was a part of it, but the other part was the brown people behavior that happens out of different people.
Uh-oh. You must
No,
want
it-
Fox News. They're down the hallway. This is a pro-black
No. The things that happen.
podcast.
Wait, is this a
Things-
rant? Are we getting a Drew rant and rave?
But it's a good rape. These women will take their children out of the store and like will discipline them. Like, you ain't got no home training. You will not embarrass me in this store. And then go right back in said store and like, I do it again. Interesting when I see brown and black behavior out of white people.
Oh no.
Okay, I just connected those. I'm like, I mean, that's just normal. And then there were white people doing it.
Yeah.
Got it. So they were actually disciplining their children in public.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I don't know what to do with little Billy. Someone help me.
I mean, listen, am I all for discipline? Am I pro-discipline? I think I'm definitely pro. Y'all need to understand what consequences are.
I think I'm pro outside etiquette.
Yeah.
If you decided to spawn this individual, that is your responsibility. Why am I suffering? Because you don't know how to have a conversation. I'm not going to say be your children, but make sure they know what being outside is like.
Yeah.
Because if they don't do anything and they're just doing this from age 5, they'll be 25 screwing at people and pulling their hair in public, just doing whatever they want to do.
Correct.
So,
which is the problem we got going on nowadays because people ain't got no outside training.
They don't.
They don't. They be acting a monkey when they go outside.
And I'll just be like,
crazy.
Maybe I should stay inside. Yeah.
Yeah, man, oh man, because people don't know how to act anymore. People are just, wilding out in the streets. So in Lyon, they were doing the same thing.
Yeah, very surprising. But, all right. So why am I here? Because I thought I could apply for my visa, and they're like, no, you can either go back to the last country where you resided.
Go back to your country.
Damn.
There is that.
Damn.
Go back to your country.
Or go back to your passport origin, which would be America.
Yeah, the States.
And we know I haven't set foot in that place in like 7 years.
Yeah. Not on purpose.
Yeah.
not by choice. Yep.
Yeah. So it was either go back to America, but then it's like go where it's like winter there since it's the Northern Hemisphere, or come to Australia and hang out in the summer. So, I mean,
yeah. If your visa's still visa.
Summer, final answer, Regis.
the summer in Australia.
Yeah.
Survey says.
Summer.
I wish I could stand up and do a split right now. Like, have you ever seen those of like the kids like impersonating Steve Harvey?
Yeah.
And they're like, sit on it. Bam! Like they do the split. I wish. Okay, maybe I'm wishing too much. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. Like,
wish.
just let it out. Whatever happens, if it just gets too chaotic, I'll just cut it out. It's all good.
That's all right. Can you do a split?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
The way in which I've just taught myself to stretch, because like Nicole has been stretching anytime we go out and about. But I started training, and the way in which I'm working out muscles I've never felt before, and I have to like have a regimented stretches before and after in them. Because even now, I did leg day yesterday, and I'm like, yesterday? It was yesterday.
Yeah.
The hobble.
See,
It was a hobble.
It's a very humbling experience. You got to keep your hamstrings creamy, so you need to be doing stretches every day. Creamy.
All right, thank you.
Creamy.
Because sometimes when I'm in the booth and it's me and Nicole, I'm just like, hello, maybe because
creamy hamstrings.
Because there's no way.
Like mozzarella cheese. Like you want to keep them stretchy.
But that's
It's cheese.
It's cheese, but it's not cream. Like
cream.
But keeping your hamstrings
No, 'cause
cheesy.
Exactly.
It sounds like Cheetah from Cheetos. He's like, stay cheesy. Or they
exactly. I mean, is that not what you meant? Because keep them creamy
Just
sounds
keep them smooth and pliable. That's,
okay.
I guess, what I'm trying to say.
Keeping your joints creamy.
Creamy. You don't want them curdled.
Now, Nicole, I know you're an ally in so many ways, but you're not hearing what you're saying.
Oh, I do. Okay. That's not what I was hearing.
There it is. Because I looked at Drew and Drew understood, and I'm like, oh no, she doesn't.
That's worse.
Creamy.
Oh no. All right. Well.
Right.
So now that we've done our introductions, like a group conversation I wanted to have with you guys. And that's not the episode, it's not the theme, because it's not really a theme. We're just here fucking around. But one of the things I've noticed recently is that we are the new aunties and uncles. Yeah. And I wanted to talk about how we feel about that, because I'm of two minds. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it is what it is, ain't it? Like, it's wow. Can I start singing The Circle of Life? Will we get sued?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't sing The Circle of Life, but it's just like, yeah, I get it. There's a bit of like, the thing about becoming an adult that no one told me was how young I would feel, even the older I get. So it never feels like like the age that I am now, if I were to hear that age as a kid, I'm like, wow, they must have roamed with the dinosaurs. What was it like seeing Abraham Lincoln get shot? It feels that way, but you feel so young even when you're older. But yeah, we are the aunties and the uncles now. We are. Yes,
we are.
Yeah.
And because of that, two things. One, these fucking little children need to learn some goddamn respect.
Become the discipline episode. Smack your kids. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No. Because I say this because of my own niece. My cousin and I grew up as brother and sister. Oh, so like,
oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, like her kid is my niece. I'll never have kids.
Cuzblings.
Yeah, or like
Suzzins.
Gunkle. Gunkle.
Oh, cute.
You know, the regular one. The regular, the gay extension, not whatever blended.
I was trying to think like cousin-sibling hybrid, but that's okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Carry on, uncle.
Right. And the lack of respect that I feel as though I have to tell her that she is missing, one. And then two, if we are said aunties and uncles of our actual families, but then also of our chosen families. We got drama in like my little bit of chosen family, but the lack of respect for your elders. If we are now the uncles of said group, is there not a certain level of respect that comes along with that?
Absolutely, but I think we have to teach them that because I feel with children, it's a village. And I feel parents are essentially trying to provide every single thing that they can so the kid can survive and not D-word. So
unalive.
It's like, yeah, unalive. So they're managing all of that and they're trying to teach them manners at the same time. It's up to the village to be like, listen, this is the protocol that you need to follow. I think it's up to the village to instill, because as children, I don't think we understand the concept of respect. Like, I think it's something you have to be taught.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. So that just brings me to 3 different scenarios in my life that I've been dealing with this in. It's one, my niece, and then this is an air quote cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Family friends. Your parents are best friends.
Gotcha.
Now you're cousins.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So her kid and my chosen family, like my fairy godchild. Mm-hmm. So people already know. Because there are just certain levels of respect and how it's brought about. Like, yes, there are certain things that you don't know. And yes, it is on the aunties and the uncles to teach. Mm-hmm. But there is a certain level that you have to be aware of your behavior and people bringing you in and out of places and spaces. And if you don't know it, then like it's okay for you not to know, but don't act a fool. Like you're embarrassing me because you're now on my social cloud.
Yeah. So my question is, how old is this child?
Which one?
The one that you just referenced.
Yeah, which one are you talking about?
Okay, so that one's 26.
Okay. 26, that's a whole adult then.
Yeah, I think, and I'm not going to make an assumption, but I'm going to make an assumption. These children, are they queer and they're gabies in a sense?
One is queer, one is literally a child, and the other one is an adult.
Yeah, I think when they're actually adults, my uncle mentality, my uncle way of leading is like, I'm going for uncle, not dad. I'm like, you can ask me advice. I can be like, you probably shouldn't do that. But if you do the wrong thing, I'll be like, well, there you are.
Yeah.
And when you're like, oh no, what happened? I'm like, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
If only someone had told you. If only someone could have given you some kind of direction. Like, I'm not going to be like I'm the cool uncle. I'm not going to call your parents and be like, you need to do this. I'm not disciplining grown ass people. I'm like, you have this issue. Like, I always want to help my friends and family. I think mostly because I grew up being the oldest sibling. I was like, there was always that expectation, like, watch out for your sister, watch out for your brother, do these things. And at a certain point, I kind of started doing that with my friend group as well. So like, I want them to do well, but not to detriment of myself. So if they're doing stuff, I will always offer light advice, but some of my friends don't want it. I'm like, you know what? I know you well enough to know you don't want this advice. Yeah. So cool, great. But if you ask me and you don't listen, that's very much on you. So the adult, let them struggle, let them drown. Let them stand up on their own. And
a 20-something, you're just going to be dumb. I'm going to say this directly into the camera. You're just going to be dumb. You're just like, there's things that I did in my 20s that were just dumb because, either you hadn't learned the lesson yet, you hadn't had the experience yet, or you just don't know until you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's behavior where sometimes you don't want to listen to people. Sometimes you just have to you got to fuck around and find out, essentially.
Yep.
True.
And one of the things may be, it's like, okay, you're behaving the way that you want to behave, but I can't be around this behavior.
Yes. And the reason I asked about the queerness is because, like you said, in your 20s, you got to do dumb shit. But if
It's
you
dumb.
were in the closet for a certain amount of time, you come out in your early to mid-20s, you're a teenager. And you got to be dumb. Even though your age says you're this, your activities and the way you're playing catch up is going to be different. And an associate, he's not a friend. I'm not going to say name, but this is not a friend. I've said this to their face, so they already know it's not me dragging the stranger. They are 30 years old. They came out of the closet 2 years ago, and when they were like kind of doing their forming, one of my really good friends is like their gay father, and that makes me like their gay grandfather. I'm like, Grandpa, don't play that. Like, let me tell you that right now. And he's like, oh, this twink ruined my life, but I'm so in love with him. I'm gonna stalk him. I'm gonna chase him around. I'm like, you're chaotic. Please don't talk to me. Like, I don't like being around you. Like, I want you to do well, but don't do well here. You won't, because knowingly making a mistake, actively doing this, and be like, I know it's bad for me, but it's fun.
That is peak 20s.
Get away
I'm
from
sorry.
me.
That
Like,
is just peak 20 bullshit.
very much like you said, like, you got to fuck around and find out, but not with me. Not with me. Don't come to me like, oh my God, it backfired just like you said it would. I know. That's why I said don't bring that shit over here.
But you know what? And it's like I'm thinking back to when I was younger and then going through really bad situations and bad dating and then talking to somebody older and somebody older being like, girl, it's not good. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like sometimes you just got to learn the lesson on your own, even though when you're younger, you are always inundated with older people giving you advice. But sometimes you don't heed the advice. A lot of the times you don't heed the advice. And it's not until you get some experience that you find out you're like, oh, okay, this is the reason why I shouldn't do this because my life is a mess. But sometimes I think your tolerance for bullshit is a lot higher when you're younger.
No, absolutely.
And then the older you get, you're like, absolutely not.
I'm not losing sleep over this. The way in which it takes, you have all these extra steps to go to sleep, and I got to do this, otherwise my neck will be, you got no patience for the extra nonsense. And when you're that age, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But to the original question, my feeling about the uncles and the aunties feeling, especially in the queer community, is it's kind of two pieces. Because growing up, I didn't have a me. Like, I have some people in my circle who are in their early 20s. There's no, oh, I'm lost. I can just go to Ri'chard because he already knows these things. Like, I didn't have that. I had my mentor that I met when I was in my master's degree, but I was only 24. I came out when I was 16. So it was like, I was just doing it based on the little bit of internet and a bit of exposure. So, like, to have an elder, like, I've already leaned to, I'm happy to be a gay elder because these kids don't know what they're doing. I sure as hell didn't. And I was like, I've always been an old soul. I was like, okay, I grew up fast, but having that resource available and not wanting to use it is very strange to me. Like, if I had someone I could ask, like a lot of my friends do, a lot of them do come and ask me questions, and I give them advice as best as I can without telling them what to do with their own lives, because I'm not having you live my life. Because like, if I was like, this is what I did, doesn't mean this is what you should do. But I think some people are like, whatever. But I would utilize the information more, other than just being a 20-year-old calling me daddy and running away giggling, which happens a lot, unironically, which I've come to terms with. I've accepted it.
Yeah, I think there's probably also something within the queer community. Like, if we talk about when we were growing up and being younger in the heydays of the 90s, you maybe also didn't get to see a lot of older gays.
Yeah.
You probably didn't get that chance considering what was going on during that time. So I guess it would be nice if the kids of today would heed the advice of older people. And especially now that we're able to connect through the internet and everything. So your net can be cast a little bit wider. So you're able to get in contact with more people. Like, I'm talking about like the kid living in a small town.
Yeah.
He's probably not out yet, but he has questions and doesn't have anybody that they can talk to.
Yeah.
And so that is the gunkle that I would kill to be.
Yeah, it would be really nice. But these kids have access to a lot of information now, and they think they know everything.
Yeah.
Like, they
don't know shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's adults our age who think they know everything, and they still don't know shit.
We also don't know shit. Like, we have, to be clear, we also don't know shit. Like, everyone's learning every single day, but the nuggets that are available should be utilized, I feel.
Yeah. There's no like manual to this thing called life. And it's just like, some things work for some people, some things don't work for others. I don't know if I would take every single piece of advice that I got when I was younger. Because like I said, when you're younger and you encounter people are giving you advice all the time.
Yeah. Wait till you're older.
Yes, and you kind of get like, oh, like, let me just figure this out on my own. So I really can't get too mad at the kids for not listening. But when you get older, you know who you should be listening to, and you should know who you should be getting your advice and information
Watching
from.
them and seeing how they succeed and fail. Like me being old for my age was growing up with my mom. My mom had me when she was 16, so the adult lesson she was getting, I was there from 5 onward, like, ooh, that went well. Oh, maybe I won't do that. I love to observe. I want to see you do it wrong so that I can do it right, so I don't have to suffer. Because as much as like bought lessons are better than told ones, you know what? That's just expensive. Like, I'm happy for you to tell me.
Listen,
I'm happy for you to tell me.
Nothing is more valuable than watching someone else learn a lesson and you learn that lesson too. Because most of the time you got to go through it in order to learn the lesson. But if you can watch somebody go through that and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to make that same mistake, and not talking down to the person who
did it. Yeah, they were just living.
Who had that. That's because, again, no manual to this thing. But if you can learn lessons through what someone else has gone through, it's pretty important.
Oh, I love that. And like, this is a weird pivot, just to jump back. But one of the things I really like that you said, it just popped up in my head again. When you were at your age, hearing your age out loud, like, oh, damn, he's old. But being there now is just so strange. Like, very much what you were saying. I know I am 33. I'm 34 this year. Like, I know for a fact that is a number that me 18 years ago, I'm like, ooh, one foot in the grave.
You would think that, but it's like we're actually still really young in the relative time of things, because it's just like ultimately you don't become an adult until you're, bear with me, you're like 20. Like 20, you become an adult. So essentially in our 30s, we've had
10 years of adulthood.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So we're still like in the prime years of adulting, you know? So we're still in our adulting ages is what I was trying to say.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly and say, although I'm late 30s, honestly, I am just barely early 20, like maybe mid 20s. I'm finally starting to hit a solid stride. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to do that. I've already been there and I've already done that.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly like, yes, late 30s, but honestly, I'm just barely mid 20s.
Now, when you say mid 20s, do you mean like feeling wise?
Feeling wise of like, I've finally done all of the educational dreams that were set forth and just living life, and finally able to get to that point where it's like wake up, work, gym, home.
Routine.
Oh my God.
Goals.
I love a routine.
Yeah. See, when you get older, you love a routine.
When I was
you were
younger,
younger, like, I don't have a routine.
I'm so spontaneous.
That's so boring. Yeah, exactly. You think that, and then you get
love
older, and
spontaneity,
you're just like,
but give me a routine.
a routine is really, see, and
Something to fall back on.
And this is how I know we're older. This is how I know we're older. That's why we shouldn't fight it. That's why it's like people who are like, I don't know, like sometimes when people are online and they like try to post pictures of themselves, they're like, I'm 50 years old, but everybody tells me I look 19. And it's like, okay, that's probably not necessarily true. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
50 years old, somebody said
you
like
know what
19.
I mean? Like some people are like, black don't crack. And I'm like, okay, I get that, sis. But it's just like, it's okay to look older. Like, you know what I mean?
Or your age.
Yeah,
your age.
It is beautiful to
actually,
age.
It's beautiful to age. And we need to get over this whole youth obsession, because I'll tell you one thing, I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this, I ain't going back. I ain't going back in time. I'm gonna say right here, because if you told me if a genie popped up today, like I rubbed a magic lamp, a genie popped up and said like I could send you back to the time when you were 19 years old right now.
Good.
Snap on my
No.
absolutely not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm
not.
with you. I
absolutely
1000%. Like, it's actually very funny. In my head, I have like multiple ages. Like, you're obviously every age you've ever been. Like, you 5 years ago, it's still in there. You're still growing.
Every number. Sorry, you're saying.
Yeah, the next time you start, I'm just gonna burst into a song just to see what happens. But so like in my head, I have my gay age. Like when I came out at 16, so I'm 16 years out of the closet. I have my Australia age. Like I left America and started here in 2017, so I'm like 7 years old here. Like about to be 8 years old here. So like I was an adult in America. I was absolutely an adult. I was paying bills. I was doing all these things. I had all these responsibilities. But when I got here, I felt that extra freedom. So like those extra few years feel like more freedom times. Like, what I've done here, I've started new jobs. Like I had a master's degree in the States. I've never used that bitch here. Like I don't remember what it was. I do remember what, but like all these experiences and things that I had, they still exist, and I'm reminded when I go back to the States. But being here, I'm only 7 years into the country. So like in my head, that's an infancy. Obviously I have the experience and things, so I'm not an actual infant, but I love being older. I love being like, I know where the hot spots are for these things and be able to show people what's what with what and being able to live for this full experience. And I can't wait to see where I'll be a year from now, 2 years from now. So I am
100%.
very excited to age. The one thing I don't love about aging, especially in Australia, is when we go out to the club and be like, oh, this guy's kind of cute. 19 years old.
No.
He's like, let me just wash my mouth out with soap. I regret
No.
saying a single word. Like, no, Lord, I'm not trying to. I know it's legal, but it's icky.
Yeah,
It's so icky.
But we're also becoming those 40-year-old men
Yeah.
in the club.
I'm not about to be a 40-year-old man. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, I am 33 and I'm tired. Like, with all the networking and mixings that we do, I go out, I'm like, damn, I know I got to be here, but did I fulfill my obligations? Can I go? I know Drew might have different thoughts about this.
No, and that is a part of my new life. She's different.
Oh, she's getting tired now.
Yeah, but we're on you. Continue your story.
I mean, I get it. You know, you can find me at Club Bed. Listen, DJ Pillow, MC Sheets. You know it, baby. VIP, very important pillow. You will catch me in bed. I am for the sheets, not the streets.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And then when I do go out, because I've done it so much again in my 7 years, it started getting repetitive, and I start sitting and reflecting like, wow, not us going to circuit again, not us going to Poof Stuff again, not us going to the exact same things over and over again. So
the
like,
same parties at the
same
other venue.
Same club.
Yeah.
It may be a different DJ, but it gets
the same,
cyclical.
it
It gets cyclical. It's the same music, same people, same crowd, and you're just kind of like, I think the older you get, and especially if you've like experienced something a few times, you crave different experiences.
And that aging, that can kick rocks. But like whenever I'm going out, I want it to be a new thing. Go to a new venue, meet new people. Because if you go to the same place, you're going to see the same people. Like Circuit, for example. I'm going there less because I literally say to people, I see that as networking. If I like have enough friends or acquaintances that I'm like, I love you, but I don't have the time to get lunch with you, get brunch with you, and dinner with you, I know all you hoes are going to be on a Saturday night. I'm like, hey, how's it going? What's up? Have a little dance, have a little drink. Cool. Check that box off and then dip. But I don't want that to be my regular thing, my only thing. Like I would like to pop in here like, oh, it's been a while. What's new? Like actually be excited to see these people and just bounce around and do that. So I've been leaning back away from that because that repetitiveness, I'm like, I could just be at home.
Totally.
Like, me and my shows, those shows are stacking up. There's so much good content out that I'm not watching. And I'm like,
yeah. And another thing that happens when you get older is that whole FOMO, that fear of missing out, that goes away. You get so secure. You're like, you know what? I'm going to be exactly where it is that I want to be. Because when you're younger, you feel like, oh, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss on the thing. All my friends are out. They're having a good time. I have to be there. And you're just like, and then you get older. You're like, you know what? My friends are out having a good time, but I need to listen to me.
Yes.
I need to listen to my inner voice, and I need to have some chill time.
Absolutely, because you can't just keep going nonstop. Because then it's like, when does it end? It does not. You run yourself into the ground. You're like, wow, why does my back hurt? I should not be this part of that
Why
age.
am I sick?
Yeah.
Why do I have a mysterious disease?
Uh-oh. Mystery bacteria.
So what? You can't just drop that. I'm so sorry. You can't, ma'am.
Oh, no. When I was leaving Bali on my way to France, I got a bug. I have no idea what I got.
Yeah.
Wait, before your flight.
I flew sick.
Oh, no.
Oh, you nasty.
Not you a pilgrim. Not you bringing disease.
The first half was fine.
Smallpox looking ass.
The first flight from Bali to Singapore was fine because I went on business. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I've got my own little loungy space. My
little blanket.
Yeah, I
Put
was
your feet
fine.
up.
I was fine. The moment I transferred and did the long haul from Singapore to Paris, it was 13 and a half hours.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
In economy, which was fine. Economy is fine. I have no problems with it. I was dead. I was just like sweating and I was just like trying to keep it inside.
Oh, no. Things wanted to fly out. you was clenching?
Clenching on both ends. Like,
No.
Kegel, don't fail me now.
No. It was like literally just trying to keep the sickness in. I'm just
gorilla grip.
No, not coming out of either end. Just me trying to keep the fever in.
Okay. No, not a.
No, yeah, that's exactly it.
We're stuck on.
Just let me open the window. I don't know.
End it off.
No, that's actually my nightmare. That's actually my nightmare.
Yeah, I would be ready to just, I don't need to be alive anymore.
Open up this exit door.
I had a good time. It was real. It was real.
Like, you know what? We're 40,000 feet up. What's
30,000 feet?
But I thought that was for domestics, and for internationals, they go higher.
I'm on metric system now.
I don't know.
I don't
know what that is anymore. And then Elon Musk wants to shoot us into the moon, so we're just going to be dealing with different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the musket measurements.
The musty measurements, but that sounds like my absolute nightmare. So, did you make it? I mean, like.
Yeah. No, I barely made it to Lyon, but like it was a rough 2-hour train ride on top of that.
Oh no, not the train. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you travel, it's plane, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. That's literally how I get around.
Oh man. Oh no.
Yeah. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was sick. I went to sleep, woke up, had dinner, went to sleep, woke up in a pool of sweat, went to change the sheets, change pajamas, woke up again in a pool of sweat.
Oh no.
I had something.
Sweating.
Yeah. Is
that sweat bug?
And the moral of the story is stop going outside.
Yeah.
Stop going outside.
Basically.
Because you said I wouldn't in Bali. You got Bali belly.
No, it wasn't Bali belly.
It was some
this
other
was not
mysterious
Bali belly.
bacteria. But yeah, being outside.
Being outside, drinking, dehydrated, like the whole everything.
Yeah, even me and drinking, like we're not friends like we used to be.
Me neither.
Like that's just slowly drifting.
This episode is going to be called "Get Off My Lawn" because we're just
I mean,
I don't like drinking no more. But I feel the same exact way. You're not saying anything that I don't completely
and see, that's
agree with.
the thing. Like I think it's just good to have the conversations because again, we are aging, but we're not old, and it's just like having the conversation with our listeners are younger than us, older than us, or the same age as us. A lot of these conversations we're just not having regularly because we're out and about. Like we're asking about people's present days, just not like how they're feeling, and just like, oh yeah, I did this yesterday, I did this today. Not like I am this age, but I'm feeling older, I'm feeling younger. I was like. It's just not a conversation that we're actively having, and that's the reason I asked the question. Because again, there was no like depth to it. Like, it's not me cutting the conversation off by any means, but like that's why it was like popping into my head.
No,
so
I
was
get
like,
it.
For community building, you think these things you might feel. Oh, maybe I'm the only one feeling this way. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't drink anymore.
Okay. Yes, I'm so sorry because just something just popped in my head because recently I went to like a New Year's Day party and I met this adorable young. I don't know what their pronouns are. I think maybe he, him, but came from Berlin to Australia. And he was so sweet and he was so young and he was like, I think he was at the party with somebody. I'm not trying to put all your business out there, honey. But he came to the party and then like it doesn't seem like it was working out with the person that he came with. And so we went outside to have a quick chat. Because, you know, when you see another black person, you're just like, oh, this is, you know, let's connect. Let's chat. And they're like... he was just like, no, I really appreciate the advice that you're giving me because like as my elder, you should be. And it was the first time of me being called an elder in the wild. And I was just like, yeah, you kind of clutch your heart, but at the same time, you just kind of like, you know what? No, because that's if
real. That's
what I am, like, you know, why would I try to fight that? So it wasn't great. My girl D Flowers was with me, so he called us both elders, and we both went, "Ow!" But at the same time, we were just like, you know what?
It's accurate. It's accurate. You just have to say it so loud.
Yeah, you don't have to say it so loud. I wish you could have trigger warned me, been like with the big E, heavy on the der. I was like, damn, like he really said
carry it,
elders. But at the same time, you were just like, well, okay, I'll be that because I was definitely giving you the advice that you needed to hear.
Yes. Right. No, I was doing the same thing though. Like I went to a house party, which again, bring back the house parties. Bring back the house party. An acquaintance that I met on a night out, which is like, hey, I'm having a house party out in Coburg, and like for people who are not in Melbourne, Coburg is like it's not super far. It's just not as close as other things are. But
the north.
when you go that far out, the houses are actually big. So when you said Coburg, I'm like, this is a house, not somebody's 2-bedroom apartment. We got 3 people and someone else is sitting on my head for some reason. Like it is gonna be a house. I'm like, you know what? Let's go. I brought the crew. We went out there, and it was great. It was lovely. And there was this guy who was like. I'm pretty sure he's half black because he walked up to me and was like, oh, where are you from? And like when brown people ask that, it's fine. They're just trying to connect with you. They're just when white people say, where are you from? Like, why is your skin like that? Like, stop that. But he was basically trying to make conversation. And like he was first generation Australian, but his dad was from I think Ethiopia. We just have a conversation, and we just like, and I was like, oh, I'm from America, and he's like, oh, I feel so stupid. I'm like, no, you're just making a connection. Like, it's not like you had a conversation, and I like that was an organic thing. And he's like comfortable enough to be like, hey, let's just talk about these things. And I end up sitting in somebody's bedroom giving this man life advice. Like, oh, my girlfriend does this, and this is this. I'm like giving him life advice about, oh, well, if they did this, if they feel like this, what makes you think it's going to be different this time? And we're just sitting there just breaking it down. And he was like very straight, like the most straight of straights. And I'm like, at one point, I'm just like, I don't want to be up in your business, but I'm assuming you're a heterosexual. He's like, yeah. I was like, the problems you're having are straight problems. And because the way he was talking was like, he's never talked to anyone about this. Like, you trauma dumping on a stranger, which again, it was a house party. This kind of happens. You talk to a stranger and you just soul bond instantly in that space. But the conversation he was having was very much a conversation. I would be like, hey, Nicole, Drew, me and this boy are doing this thing. Like, I would be talking to my crew first. So I was like, I just straight up asked him, like, are you having these conversations with your friends about your feelings? And he was like, not sober. And I'm like, maybe you should fix that. Like, you should be enriching your connections and friendships by having these conversations sober. Not, I love you so much, man, while you're drunk. Tell them your friend you love them while they're sober. Not like oh, what's wrong with you? Are you dying? Like, no one's dying. I just feel a thing, and I want to talk about a thing.
But that comes with age and wisdom.
Exactly, and I knew he was like 25 years old. The fact he was ready to take back his girlfriend who cheated on him. I'm not putting your business out there either. I just... This is why I didn't say any names.
If you come to an elder, you ask us for advice.
We don't talk about it.
Let me tell y'all about the foolishness that I heard. But it's only because we have been there before.
Oh,
Nobody can say that they haven't been there before. No one's above it. It just sounds crazy.
But to them, it's the entire world. But we all know there's time past it. We all know it's a big deal to you at this very moment in time. But a year from now, 5 years from now, that situation matters not. Like, you would laugh about it with us, but because we know where this goes, like we'll tell everybody because it's really not that deep. Like, I know you think it is that deep, and for the moment it is, but this too shall pass.
No, you don't understand. This is everything.
Yeah.
The best years of my life at high school.
I know.
Stop.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. They are good years, but at the same time,
they're not the best.
They're not the best ones. I truly believe the best years are still ahead of me.
Oh, 1,000%. My favorite decade so far is this one. Like, my 30s have been lit. My 20s were great until I got to my 30s. Me talking now, my 30s are great until I get to my 40s. Like, I want to keep going. Like, whatever this trajectory is, I want to keep getting better. Because otherwise, what's the point? Like, what are you living for if not self-improvement?
Yeah, exactly. You should always strive to continue to evolve.
Absolutely. If
Keep
not,
growing.
then get away from me.
Yeah.
Get away from me, Satan.
Yeah.
Just like, if you're not learning and if you're not growing, like, I don't want you around me. Like, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, man. It's like, get older so you can just not make the same mistakes that you made when you were younger. Seriously.
Absolutely.
And some of the biggest mistakes that you make when you're younger are trying to be something that you're not and not being comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
You got something to say, Miss Elder?
Listen, this is like, I'm trying
No.
By all means, at this point, this is the episode. At this point, this is the episode.
At every stage of life, that saying can go to anyone. At any time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You trying to run from yourself. Like, because people, they don't want to be with themselves. They want the distraction. And a lot of the time, you got to stay still, figure out where you're really at, and feel the feelings. So you won't destroy yourself from distraction and whatnot. We were talking about drinking, though. Enjoy your drinking days, though, kids. Because, listen, you get up here.
They will betray you.
And then, when I saw you recently, I had 2 Prosecco's. I had 2 Prosecco's and, like, a grapefruit fizzer drink. Hung over.
Yep.
Hung over.
Wait, but you realize it's the sugar that you're drinking, right?
I mean, with Prosecco, I had like one grapefruit spritz thing, and it was like with actual live organic
live
grapefruit.
Live from Saturday night. It's grapefruit.
It's grapefruit.
No, I'm actually going to agree with you on that one. Like, because I'm still eating sugar. Like, I'm not eating sugar like I used to, not like shoveling bags of candy, but sugar doesn't fuck me up. Alcohol does. Alcohol be like, oh, you know what? That 3 drinks I had I got out of bed a lot slower. Why?
Yeah, and it's so lame because you're just like, I didn't even go that hard. Like, I didn't even go.
I want to make it worth it. Make it worth it.
Yeah, if I'm going to be hungover, let me earn the hangover. Not because it's like, well, she sniffed a bottle of John Cello, so let's just go ahead and give her a headache. That's kind of betrayal your body sets you up with. But yeah, drink to your heart and liver's desire.
Yeah.
Because it ends up coming for you.
I'm lactose intolerant now. Like, I don't remember when that happened, but it was just like...
No. Not checked in. What is the word? Like, it just activated? No.
Yeah, no, so like I used to be able to, like, when I was a kid, eat like a half gallon of ice cream in one sitting and be like, haha, this is wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to be able to knock it down. And now I'm like, I can have cheese in my pizza, regular cheese, but I can't like have like more than that. People are like, here's a charcuterie board. I'm like, I'm gonna have some of this meat, some of these grapes.
Stomach's gonna start playing bombs over Baghdad.
Just gonna waft some camembert. That sounds like it's a good year.
Oh no. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, and your body starts rejecting certain things. Like, you don't even know that you have an issue with something until you eat it, and then all of a sudden your body is now like, we're actually allergic to this. We're actually really allergic to this now. Like almonds.
Your joints are now creamy.
Yeah, yes. Like, now it's like, I'll have an almond and my mouth will be itching. And I'm like, what do you mean? When did I get allergic to almonds? When did this happen? I didn't sign up for this package.
I will take lactose intolerance. Yeah, I will take lactose intolerance over the other allergies because one of my friends is allergic to pineapples. And I'm like, just kill me. Just kill me because I fuck with pineapples so hard.
That's awful.
Why pineapple?
Why are you asking me? Like,
I know.
He's like, I picked it. I hate pineapple anyway.
It's on the wheel.
So crazy.
Spin the wheel. What do I get?
The wheel. Have food allergies. Like, okay, what food would you hate to have taken away from you? For me, it's seafood. I would be so.
Oh, yeah.
I would be extra sad.
I had a prawn salad before this. Like, I made a prawn salad for lunch. So, like, give me my crab, give me my shrimp, give me my stuff. I need it.
Yes.
I need it.
Yeah, I hope I never lose that. Do you have any like foods that you hope you don't lose? To food allergies.
Are people allergic to chicken? Is that a thing? Can people be allergic to
stop
chicken?
it.
Like that's just a genuine question. Like if we had a fact checker.
Send your email. Send us an email at Melanated in Melbourne.
If you have the correct credentials to be our intern.
Yes, so you can help us Google because if I get allergic to chicken, I don't know.
No, I'm fighting.
That's it.
Somebody.
No,
Just take me out the world. I don't even know.
No, take me out back. She went to a farm. She went to a farm.
But she's allergic. No. Yeah. Hopefully not chicken. Hopefully not like sweets or something like that, even though I can't really fuck with sugar as much anymore.
Yeah.
Like fruits.
I would feel bad if I ever got a gluten intolerance.
Gluten intolerance. That would really. Oh my god. That would suck.
Like when you talk to someone, you date someone who's gluten intolerant, you realize how much gluten is in everything, and you try to accommodate, so you start buying shit, and I'm like, it doesn't taste the same. And they know that as well. They're just trying to get something close to what they used to have, but I'm just like, and it's so expensive. It's gluten free, like it's getting better, like it's getting closer to the same price, but it's just like
it's still expensive.
Like what?
I know. That's actually such a good answer because that's another thing.
A gluten intolerance would ruin me. Like I'm not a baked goods kid, but I liked the option. Like if someone's like, ooh, those cookies look nice. And I had to think, what's it made of? Like, end it.
Well, like it's everything then.
Yeah.
It's your pasta, it's your flour, it's your rice. It's your
I can't have pie no more. I would no.
Mm-hmm.
No pie, no pasta. Like
no, let me some pasta.
No.
So then, no pasta, no bread, no pizza.
Stop it.
Yep.
That would be
like.
But then again, the cheese. Okay, you know.
Vegan cheese. I would rather take vegan cheese than have gluten-free pizza base. Like, if my intolerance gets worse, because I think it will. Because like I was vaguely intolerant in my late 20s, but now it's just like, you sure about that? You sure about that?
Oh man.
Bombs of a Baghdad.
Don't pull the thing out. Pum, 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 pum. Don't sue us, Outcast. We love you. Shout out to Outcast.
Andre's too busy with his flute. He's fine. Ocarina of Time looking ass.
Oh, never mind. That was the wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's so dumb.
Jason Derulo makes me uncomfortable.
He really does. Talk about somebody who doesn't want to accept their age.
Like,
How old is he,
has he done anything? Because he just makes me uncomfortable looking at him. But I don't know if he was canceled and I just didn't know about it. But he just makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, that's fair enough. Maybe he hasn't done something per se. However, the vibes.
Yes, the vibes are suspect.
Yeah, it's just because sometimes when people like, okay, then again, this may have been such a long time ago when he had like the airbrushed bunny, and then he was like doing the TikTok dances and stuff.
Oh no, I got the act during the TikTok. It was like the COVID
what I'm
TikTok
talking
era.
about?
Yes, I do. I remember those.
I don't TikTok, so there we go.
Yeah, I don't think he's done anything per se, but yeah, it's just it's Peter Pan vibes.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. When did his first song come out? Was it Replay?
Oh
Or was
my
that
gosh.
was that Io Cruz? Tayo
Oh
Cruz.
no! Oh, you see, he
See-
gets blended in with like him, and then like Jay Sean
Yep.
from the UK.
I do. That era of people like Ayaz, Jason Derulo, Jay Sean.
Wow.
I'm not gonna put Mario in there. Mario is distinct.
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario,
Yes.
good for you. Keep whatever you're doing. Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. He's yeah, I really love him as a singer as well. Gosh. I'm trying to think of like other singers from that time. T-Pain has always looked like he's always
Chopped
looked
and
like an elder.
screwed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always looked like an elder. I always wondered that. It's like, would you rather be your age but look older or always look young? I guess always look young. It's not that hard.
Wait, what was the first one?
Try and follow me here.
Okay.
T-Pain has always looked older, even back when it was like, what, 2005 or 2006 when he came
Probably
out.
a drink and all that.
But nowadays, he still looks that age.
Mm.
So he's always looked...
Yeah, so
Same
oh,
college
right.
Kind of like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is always like, he was in his 30s. He's always looked like he was 60.
Yeah,
He's been consistent,
that's true.
Yeah.
but you rather look younger. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, I think I'd rather look younger.
Yeah,
Just
let's not kid
because,
ourselves.
I mean, genetics aside, like it's probably going to happen regardless, but I think those younger years would be awful. Like when your self-esteem was not fully established, because in your younger years, you're like, I'm 20 something. Nobody's ID'd me. I haven't been ID'd. I've been drinking since I was 15 because people think I'm a 30-year-old man. I would not
Yeah.
want that. The way you were developed, your brain would not process that well. I'd rather look young. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to look like an adult when I'm not, because they're like,
Yes.
you should know better. I'm 17.
Right this way, Grandpa. It's like, what? Yeah. I love that we just yelled about being old the entire time.
We sure did.
And you know what? It felt good.
No, it did. It was cathartic. It was cathartic as shit because, like, it's our platform. We can talk. You know what? And you know what else?
You know what else? I definitely appreciate day parties a lot more.
Yes. Oh, I love a day party.
a day
Yeah,
party.
when
I
you
love
were at that
being
New Year's
there.
Day party, I was at a day party as well. Well, we were at the day party as well, and it was like it ended. We got home at 10. I'm like, now I'm in bed. I mean,
Before midnight?
I went to bed. Some people kept going, and that's their own prerogative. But
Yes, I did. You can just call it out. Yes, I did.
Ooh, what time did you go to bed? On New Year's.
remember to say the day.
no.
Remember to say the day you went to bed to clarify.
No. So I'm going to do the math, right?
Yeah.
So I woke up New Year's Day at like 8 or 9 or 10 in the morning, right?
Oh.
That's a Tuesday.
Okay.
I went to sleep Thursday evening at like
Damn.
7 p.m.
Damn, your body was just like,
Inside out. Your body was
Yeah.
inside out. There's
But you
no-
see, like I because I was an adult, I remembered to hydrate and I slept.
oh, that's good.
I took like maybe a micro nap of like an hour somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, because you never know. And I hydrated. I knew when I had to stop, and I went home when I had to go home.
There
But
you
I
go.
was also that adult. I'm like, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have all the fun. And oh, I'm an adult. I'm gonna like go home and go to sleep now.
Real.
Yeah, after 2 days.
You gotta
But, you
know
know.
your limits.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it's a day, if it's 2 days, or if it's 3.
Yeah. You gotta
Exactly.
know, you gotta know your limits because it's like, ugh, yeah.
If
things
you
will
don't
start-
know your limits, like
You will find out.
Yeah.
You will find out.
You will fuck around and find out and be like, suddenly you just pass out. I'm going to take a nap right here. Your body just shuts down on you.
You're on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when my body said to go to sleep.
Yeah.
This is my favorite song to sleep to.
Yeah. Let's see. My last sounding thoughts closing out the episode. Expect the unexpected.
Stay curious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess you can always hear about how things are going to go, but until you actually live it and experience it, you have no idea what it's like.
Yep. And then once you go through it, then you realize, oh, that meant that, and it's like a full circle moment, and you're just like, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Trap noticed.
trap noticed, and sometimes you have to go through it. But you know what? Now that I think about it as well, like younger people also have to deal with, and this is going to sound ridiculous because we are on a podcast, but there's a lot of internet influences that they're getting nowadays. So they are kind of getting advice from older people who aren't necessarily giving them very good advice, but because they're popular or something like that, they're like, oh, you know, you're young, you're impressionable. You're like, this is an older person. Hopefully when you get older, you have the spirit of discernment to know when somebody has your best interest at heart.
And when they're just trying to get the clout, they don't actually want or need you. Like it's an exchange. Yeah. Just discernment. Discernment is a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Because I think that's what young boys are really dealing with right now. It's like all this like
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that was literally the picture that popped up in my mind.
Yeah, as soon as you said young boys, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, but
following
like,
that influence.
It's him. It's like
Andrew Tate.
Yes, it's like all these dog whistles that we're setting off here on YouTube, but still, like you got to have the spirit of discernment to know, because once again, you'll be getting advice from all these different things, but know and feel it within you to know when something is not good for you. And sometimes you don't find that out until, unfortunately, you go through it. But hopefully you get older and you realize when somebody does not have your best interest at heart. That to me is the most important.
Absolutely. I love that. I think that's a pretty good place to wrap this up as well. Because like with that point of discernment, I think that is just really good. We started talking about being old. It's like, we're the elders. And now we're about to wrap up like, well, this is how, as the elders, we're aging and we're experiencing our life. And going back to your respect thing, respect is earned, whether that is the way you carry yourself, the way that you treat other people, and the discernment to know whether people have your best interest at heart. I think that tied it all together wonderfully. I'm really glad that you were able to come back with us, Drew, to pop in, have a little screen time, because you've been on the show a few times, but this is your first time on camera, so everyone get to see all of our pretty friends.
Hi.
But I think...
Hit the pink button. Hit the pink button. Pretty!
Mess. But yeah, I think that's a pretty solid place. Love all of you guys. And until next time.
Too. Hydrate and stretch.
Hydrate and stretch. You better be hydrating and stretching. But until next time, I'm Ri'chard.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Drew.
And this has been Melanated in Melbourne.
See ya.
This has been Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast that analyzes the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Visit us at melanatedinmelbourne.com or follow us on Instagram to send us your comments or questions. Thank you for listening.